Let's get into it, shall we?
Super excited.
Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all today? Something going on?
No, we're
No,
good.
we're
We're
good.
here.
We're
We're all
great.
of you, sir.
Are you guys squabbling amongst each other?
No.
Before I get in here? Door was closed. Lights were off.
Not this week.
Okay, and not this
No.
week.
Sometimes.
I mean, even Clay's quiet today. Something's going on. Big announcement today?
Well,
You doing another Florida Man games in 2 months?
no.
People be in the padded walls over there in my jail cell. Just lock me up. Don't let me out.
So I was close to asking for that. I really was.
I could tell. You
I
rocked
really
it, man.
was.
You killed it.
Well, let's talk about you guys' big night out there at Florida Man Games, because
Yeah.
I think it was really, really awesome. What I loved the best, Sheriff, was watching the kids' matches.
I have to agree.
Out there. The kids'
Yep.
bouts
Yep.
were amazing, because for kids, man, they don't get the opportunity to be in front of an audience like that and hear the roars of those cheers.
Yeah.
When they're connecting on some of those hits, man. It was so, like, it almost brought me to tears, honestly.
Me too, I'm telling you.
Just seeing how much emotion there was that night.
Yeah.
It was so impressive. And I'm trying not to mention that the cops lost.
Well, I will say this. Go back to the beginning, the first fight, Maddie and Maggie.
Yeah.
Those two girls that rocked it in there. A 13-year-old girl get in the ring with, of course, an older girl. And what a way to start the night off.
Yeah, she won.
Crazy.
Yeah, but she
crazy.
she was
Those
tough,
kids
man.
are
She's a
so
little
talented.
dynamite.
Yeah. And I'm not going to share her entire story on the air, but she's got a story, and it's all coming to fruition now. She's found some identity in life, which is so powerful. And we've been a part of that. So, but it's just an amazing, but all those kids. So we are doing a PAL boxing event in May. We're going to pull it off in May, just PAL kids only.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to let all these kids
that's
box
great.
in May. So we're looking for a venue now. We're getting some partnership with Great Expectations Realty. Yes, so Jenna's trying to hook us up with a venue. So the news will be coming soon here. But it's going to be all PAL, no adults.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, what
these
a
kids
day
work
for
hard.
those kids.
Yeah.
They do work
Powerful.
hard. How many kids do you have in that PAL boxing program?
So we average between 60 and 80 in the PAL boxing program.
Wow.
Yeah, and if we
Jeez.
can move it closer to West Augustine, I know we'll have more. Right now, we're based out of the old Harris Elementary School in Hastings, and it's a couple nights a week. And I know that it's so far away for some families. I know if we move it closer with our new PAL facility, we'll be much better off. So that will eventually happen and come to fruition. So we're looking for a place now to build a fight house. So the fight house, of course, will be that boxing ring that was donated and put it into just an old shack somewhere, so our kids and our adults can have a place to box.
That's very cool.
Yeah, super
That's
excited.
exciting.
So the ring they practice in all the time is about 3/4 of that size, because we had to fit it into a classroom at W.E. Harris.
Really?
Yeah, so that was the first time the kids had been in a full-size ring for a competition.
Oh,
They did good.
That's cool.
They
That's
killed
cool.
it. Yeah.
They
yeah.
really did.
They
man.
killed it. Yep.
The excitement level. I think the crowd was more
By far.
like into it for the
Yeah.
kids than they were for
Yeah.
some of the grown-up
Yeah.
bouts. Man, it was really. I just felt so great for those kids. I really, really
Me too.
did.
Well, I think when you saw, King and Graves come out there, they did a good job too as well. And those kids know each other well. They box. They can only box each other. I mean, so then they got a full showcase, and King just came alive in that ring in there. Graves did a phenomenal job. Never got knocked out, but it was intense.
He was giving up like 60 pounds. Or
Yeah,
something, so.
no one knows this, but all those kids are champions. They've all have some title belt under their belts already. Yes, every one of them have won at
cool.
least 1 or 2 championships through PAL. Yeah, super excited.
that's really
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
So, what do you think timeline on moving that out closer to this area?
So we're looking now. We actually had a meeting. I had a meeting with Jenna the other day, Jenna Dennis, and Great Expectations Realty. So they're looking for 3 different properties that we think we've identified. So it looks like it's going to come to fruition here pretty quick. So once I get caught up, of course, from yesterday, we're going to meet and look at the 3 locations and see how it comes out.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing human being. We
Yeah.
just talked to them yesterday, Alan and Jenna, on the show. They're doing
Amazing.
some depot moving. The airport's donating 2 depots
Yeah.
to the Hastings Main Street.
Yes.
So, yeah, you got some things too with the jail, I heard out there.
We
I know
are.
it's not 100% quite yet, but
We're getting there. Yeah, they actually discovered it. We have an old like a drunk tank out there, the jail that's back in the 1900s.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's been used for I think communications company was in there for a little bit. So again, Jenna Dennis, of course, and that Main Street crew is going to help us get back on our feet, identify, put some history back together. They're just doing Hastings looks great.
Right.
Looks great. I mean, the bike trail, of course, was a big thing, of course, getting there, the old railroad tracks, but they've done a good job, just coming together as a community and identifying what that neighborhood is so special for.
Yeah.
And it's just the old town USA.
And they're keeping that intact.
Yeah,
which
that's
I
what makes it
love.
special.
Well, you
Yeah,
saw
makes
that
it
with the
special.
library
It's so cool.
discussion.
Seriously.
That really
Yeah.
shattered the glass ceiling for communication out there.
Totally
They were
agree.
Keep it the way the aesthetic needs to stay.
Totally agree.
Totally
Yeah.
true. Hastings.
Yeah.
So I got
That's
some
really
exciting
cool.
announcement for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I gotta grab some right here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. All right.
All right, so this was actually coming to you that night, but of course you went home. Remember, because you were a little tired that night.
Well, I was about to die, Sheriff. I was legitimately
I can
about to
tell I
die.
felt bad for you.
I apologize.
You
I
needed
really,
an
really
IV.
do.
You needed an
I felt really bad. But as we said, I fell asleep the second I closed my eyes.
So this is
That
we
day.
wanted to, on behalf of the entire Police Athletic League, our entire Brawl the badges, we wanted to present to you. We had an extra belt made for you.
Look at that.
For our partnership.
Wow, you guys.
Hey,
whoa, can
Wow, you
That
guys.
is heavy.
Yeah.
That's
So let's
the
get this.
real deal.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Whoa, man.
So some other things we got
Wow,
for you too as
you
well.
guys.
We had these posters made, of course, for the Florida Man games.
Oh my gosh!
That is
Davey over
awesome.
here.
Heck yeah!
Wow.
Oh, in my skinny picture.
Is that not
Yes! Thank you.
This is unbelievable.
This is awesome.
And then I'm not sure who this guy is, but this Van Strange guy, is this not the perfect picture?
This is awesome.
We got one more. Where's my? Okay. No, we got something else too.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna sign him, but I didn't want to ruin it because I tell you what, it's powerful. It was actually, who you look like, by the way.
So I've been told
And then
Vin
also
Diesel,
too, our birthday boy.
Oh,
There's
Clay.
Clay.
Can't
I don't know
forget
if people have
Clay.
actually
Look at
seen
that.
Clay's face before.
That's a good looking birthday boy.
Here, let
Don't
me
show
show
that
this
on
on the
camera.
camera.
He said
Look
don't
at
show it on
that.
camera. Oh,
That's a good looking Clay right there.
That's
Clay's like, darn it.
solid right there.
Got shades on mine. Yes.
Scrub the footage.
Dude, thank you guys so much.
Wow.
Wow.
So
That's
awesome.
really, really
I
awesome.
want to present to you too from Amp Hardcore Gym, of course, which was one of our official partners in Fight Like a Girl. They wanted to give you a 1 year, basically, a gift certificate valid for any service offered by at the Amp Gym to the real Florida man, Pete Melfi, and they want to give it to you for a whole year to basically work out an honorary membership.
Do it.
Again, which I thought was kind of cool.
it.
So I want to
Wow.
present this to you on
Beast.
behalf of Amp Hardcore and Fight Like a Girl.
Wow.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
guys so
Yeah.
much.
Early
Yes.
birthday present.
That is awesome.
Early birthday
That
for
is
Monday.
really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
I just want to say on a serious note, we could have not have pulled this off without your partnership and you having an open mind and saying, let's do this kind of thing, because we didn't know what we were doing. But with that being said, we got a chance for our men and women of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, the St. Augustine Fire Department, St. Johns County Fire Rescue, of course, and Amp Hardcore Gym and Fight Like a Girl to really just have a good time in front of their peers and their family members, and we couldn't have done it without you in the Florida Man Games. So we had a lot of sponsors that paid for all the merchandise, of course, we have there. So again, we appreciate you and what you did for us, Pete. And I know you always have our back here in St. Johns County. Just thank you for all of what you do for us.
Well, hey, I'm speechless. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate. Look, the Florida Man Games wouldn't have been the same without the evading arrest obstacle course
Oh
either.
my goodness!
I mean,
it went international.
It really did.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Your men and women out
Our
there have
deputies
been seen
loved
across
it.
the world.
Yes.
Because of, everybody talked about that event, and
I had to laugh because I had other sheriffs call me, going, "Well, how do we get in next year?" I said, "You don't get in next year. You didn't want to show up this year, so
Right.
the St. Louis County Sheriff's
Right.
Office. So next year we're
Jeez.
going to pick 6 deputy sheriffs to run that race.
Great.
So we get some.
your men and women took that so serious.
They weren't kidding around.
serious.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness,
Yeah.
man!
so
I
fun.
mean, they were diving at the criminals. Well, not the criminals, the competitors out there.
Actually, we want you next year to sign a waiver with them so we can tackle them, and make it a little more legit, and they can run for their fear.
I'm still hoping for tasers one day, but I don't.
We'll see.
We'll never.
Well, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can say this on air, but if I get reelected, of course, next term will be a little different, so a little more looser. I'm trying to abide by the rules right now. So next time, whatever you want, we'll just do it. Yeah. Yeah. We can also
I
shoot
don't
you with a
think
40
we'll-
millimeter. The beanbag round.
Beanbag.
Well, some of those guys that were in the competition were law enforcement from Citrus.
Yes.
And there was another one from Putnam County was in
Yeah.
there too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
few in there.
man.
Actually, I had to laugh. So the sheriff from Citrus County is a good friend of mine, Mike Pendergrass. He calls me and says, "Are those my deputy sheriffs at your event?" I said, "Don't you blame me, sheriff. There's nothing to do with me, brother." Nope, they came in their own will.
They volunteered.
Yeah.
What a great day. But again, thank you for, I know there was some confusion with the tickets, of course, in the live stream, but that happens on first-time events.
I really, and I got to tell you, that was what I was most disappointed about, because with a first-year event, obviously
Stuff's going to happen. Sure.
things are going to happen, but we could not get that stream figured out for people on the field.
Yeah.
And boy, we tried.
Yeah.
And that was honestly, it was the most disappointing part of the day for me. So,
But here's how I want to thank you because of my announcing, and I lost my voice, as you know, because we did it on Wednesday, which rookie move. So on Wednesday, we had to weigh in, and I yelled just as loud on Wednesday. So I lost my voice on Wednesday. But after Saturday, and I can't say it on the air, but I had an invite to, I'm auditioning for a announcer job.
Oh, wow.
Oh yes, I'm gonna go to.
Great timing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in a studio, and they're gonna actually interview me for an announcing job for a gig out in Vegas. So if the sheriff thing doesn't work out, I'm going to Vegas.
That's amazing.
Ken and I are going to Vegas.
yeah,
Oh my
I got to tell you,
goodness.
you must have practiced that, because that was
Oh,
some
I
good,
had
that was
so
some
much
good
fun.
in-ring announcing.
Oh,
It
I
really
had
was.
so much fun.
Here's what I said as soon as you came out. His voice ain't making it to the fourth.
I thought the same thing. Yeah.
His voice ain't making it.
I'm sure.
You were taking that water, and I was like, he ain't making it.
I'm sure you saw I was sucking on halls, mental just top drops. Ken was over there feeding me water. It
And you
was
got a star-studded panel of judges
oh my
out
goodness,
there. How
great,
those
yeah.
guys enjoy the night?
Good. They're all
They had
good
to
friends
have
of
had
mine. Yeah,
a
those are
blast.
all friends of mine, and we've had a partnership for a long time, and they had a great time. They couldn't believe they said the same thing. Kids. They couldn't believe the kids out there. But
So great for the
I mean,
kids.
we had the big boys, Duke, and we had Duke, of course, and Jacob. But they went toe for toe, blowing blows for blow.
yeah.
Oh my God, it was brutal.
At the end, those hands were heavy. Though.
It was heavy. Yeah. It's kind of headbutt him around.
It was a real fight, man.
agree.
I mean, this was not a goofy big glove fight. These were real
Wasn't it
fights.
tied 4-4?
So actually, there really wasn't any fight that was just totally a blowout, actually. And the judges actually in the end were really stuck on the Cajas fight. They were stuck on that one, and they were stuck, of course, on the. And they said even the last fight with Armando Lopez and Andy Moscosco. God, I'm gonna get that right.
Sure.
Wow, you
Masako.
did.
No.
Nailed it.
Moscoso. Anyways, so with Andy
Sam's
Moscoso, they at the end they were like, man, that was almost too close to call. So again, just some really good fights, and we appreciate you, brother. That was a great time. Great time. Yep.
Thank you guys, man.
Yep, that was a great time.
Couldn't have done it without you guys.
You gonna let us in next year?
Absolutely. If you guys want to do it next year,
we're all in.
All
The question
in.
is,
Yeah.
are they going to let Davey in next year?
What did I miss?
we have not let Davey live this down. He
I
was
was looking at the security guard. Would you call the sheriff? Would you call him right now?
No way, you couldn't get in?
Oh, Fantacula couldn't get in. You mal. And
You
while
didn't
I was
get in?
I was trying to get in for like 45 minutes. The security guard was like, no. I was like, oh my God.
One of my
really?
deputies?
No,
No.
security guy. Yeah, he was doing his job. He was fine. So we had to like clandestine slip me a arm bracelet at Swing Park.
Oh my goodness, you
I
could have
broke
called
into
me.
the-
I could have got you in. I feel so
There was
bad.
no cell service.
right. It was the day. Remember, it was the day where AT&T
It was the day
went
AT&T
down or
was shut
whatever.
I literally like was
Yeah.
Michael Landon from like Little House on the Prairie trying to figure out how to get into the own event. You know what I mean? Like, we've only talked about it for 10 months.
That
let
must
me
have,
in.
and that must have been
shoot.
just after we secured all the kind of side
Yeah, that's
entrances.
exactly it.
So did you miss it?
No, I got in. I got in.
Okay, I feel
They
so
stuck me
bad.
in.
He got
Okay.
in. He got pictures with Wicks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
So
okay.
much fun, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. Yeah.
They wouldn't let me in the gym.
Yeah.
No, that was another thing. I was asking. I asked the photographer if we got any pictures of the fight night, and she said they wouldn't let me in the gym.
What?
You
They
guys'
wouldn't let-
security was tighter than our security.
They wouldn't let me in the gym until somebody said, "I'm gonna go ask Pere," and I was like, "Yeah, tell Pere Clay is here." And she's like, and he was like, "Oh, you're Clay."
Codename Clay. Clay.
Right.
You do the secret handshake.
That's right.
The Clay. That's what we'll need.
I'm sorry.
As I
Goodness
was walking up
gracious.
to the gym, they did this. Oh, that's Troy.
Yeah. Troy had no problem getting in.
No problem getting.
No problem getting in. No.
I'll tell you what, no problems. It was lickety split all day. It,
It was
awesome.
no
Yeah.
incidents.
None at
with
all.
5,000
They
people
kept
on the field.
riffraff out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, your men and women did a great job of that as well. And what I really liked out there is you guys got to be showcased as good guys on the
Yeah,
field.
I know.
You
Just-
know,
yeah.
everybody was so psyched to see you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
compete
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
events that you were
Yeah,
doing.
it was awesome.
And so it was just a great community thing. for
Even
your men
though
and
no
women.
one was rooting for you, by the way.
I know what it was.
But you guys got almost everybody.
Yeah, I think it was
11 out of 12.
4 out of 6 and 5 out of 6 on one. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, 11 out of 12. It was what's crazy. So it was funny. Some lady walks up to me. She goes, "Are you guys real cops? You just here to, as part of the skit?" I'm like, "No, we're here part of the skit." She goes, "Really?" Yeah. I was like, "No, we're not." Yeah. No, we're actually real police officers.
Yeah.
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 No, it was a great event. You did a good job. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Outstanding.
It was fun.
Yeah,
It was
we
a lot of
appreciate you,
fun.
brother. And just a small token of our appreciation just from everybody involved, of course, with our boxers. And
That's amazing.
Dude, this was legit.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Yeah, this
yeah.
is more
How
legit than the
cool is
belts
that?
I gave out to our It really is. And this thing weighs at least 20 pounds.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
so Chrissy
real
Paget, of
deal.
course, as you know, she's the Guns and Hoses champ, and
Yeah.
she works for me now in our training division. And Chrissy's a special person. Her and her wife are just beautiful people. But anyways, Chrissy took over the design of the belts, which is what they use in Guns and Hoses, similar to. And we want to make it personal. And of
That's
course,
amazing.
yeah. And you think
That's
of a
amazing.
13-year-old girl, you know, when she wins that belt and that first bout. I mean, that's powerful. That's a last.
It is.
Change your
Yeah.
life.
So strong.
Yeah, change your life. So
You
yeah,
don't
that
need
forever.
a bulletproof vest now, buddy. You just wear that.
no
Just
sir.
strap that thing around my waist.
If you can hang it from your mirror in the car, you'll never get a ticket again.
Play the theme song of Shaft everywhere
Yeah,
you
he's
go.
brought all the badges, brother.
Yeah, right. I would just throw this up on the dashboard. Yeah.
Can I see your license and registration?
Can you hold this, big boy?
Hold this for 1
My
second.
challenge coin, sir.
Can
you hold my belt while I get it?
Challenge coin. Yeah.
This is the sheriff's challenge coin.
That is awesome. Thank you again. That's so cool.
Yeah, good
man.
stuff. Anyways,
That's
great
so
time. We
cool.
appreciate you.
Well, let's talk about some other great things you're involved in. You just did you just complete the polar plunge? Did you just do this?
so
or is this-
that was my third of the year. So we just had one last weekend. It was for Special Olympics Florida.
Nice.
We're big partners, of course, with law enforcement Special Olympics with the torch run every year. So last weekend, the actual Special Olympics for Florida, Special Olympics Florida actually put it together. It was at Beach Walk. Didn't have a good turnout because that's the second time they've had to schedule it because, of course, some of the athletes are younger kids.
I remember, yeah.
But really, it was actually a good time. So we had a polar plunge last week, and I think it was like 58 degrees. It wasn't too bad in the pool or the lagoon.
Hey, for us, that's polar in Florida.
Seriously,
In
yeah,
Florida,
it's
that's
freezing.
polar,
Yeah,
man.
some guy from Kansas City said it's only 58 degrees. Like, buddy, you're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Yeah.
So, and then I did two before that too. One was at goodness gracious, I did one at Rivertown. And then we did one up at every year they invite me to come at Nocatee too as well. And actually Nocatee was unreal crowd wise. I mean, it was probably,
Really?
oh my God, probably 1,000 people there.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they challenged me. Some kid challenged me to go on the slide afterwards. We went down the slide a couple times.
There you
My
go.
deputy showed up. It was actually good. It was powerful. Yeah, we enjoy doing that stuff. It's for a good cause, and it's our community.
Yeah.
So it's.
And who doesn't like a good water slide?
I have to agree with you too, especially when it's 50 degrees up. Everybody.
If I'm listening to all those places, it sounds like they just do that in the north part of this county. It's like, it
Yeah,
seems
they
like
didn't have a polar plunge. Yeah, St. Augustine
We don't do
Shores.
that down here.
Yeah, my mother didn't have a polar plunge at St. Augustine Shores.
That shows you where they're from. They ain't from around here.
That's a good point. Too. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Do they have a 324 area code now?
Ah, see, yeah, that's
Separate
the
country.
tell, That's
Yes.
the tell.
Separate country.
Another-
Is that
All
where
right,
it's
man.
at? Is Nocatee? The 324?
No,
No,
it's just the new
324.
904.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Any new
It's all over.
Oh,
Any
anybody.
new phone
Yeah.
number.
Any new
now.
904
I got
person
you.
is
Jones
now
County.
324.
You so
Work
much I
in
paid
a
attention to
special
that.
club if you
Yeah.
have a
I paid
904
attention to
area.
that one.
Well, we paid attention to that highly because we may now have to
904.
change the entire name of our network.
Yeah.
904-324.
We might be the vintage
Right,
904
yeah,
now.
right. Classic.
Yeah,
Classic
Classic
904.
Original.
I think
That's
if you've
right.
been here any amount of time, whether it's been a year or 2 months, you're still 904.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
yeah.
Yeah, you'll be aged out by the time everybody forgets what
You don't
904
know.
is. Did you get tattoos?
for Florida Man Games?
No, for 904.
Oh, for 904? Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't
just-
think I have a 904 tattoo.
No, do you have a
There we go.
tattoo
Does
of
he have one
904?
personally? No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Then you're good.
Yeah.
You can change it tomorrow. No one cares.
Well, I'm still going to get one. I'm still planning to get one.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'll go with you. I'll get one.
All right.
Not 904, I'll get something else.
Well, I'm doing it in Roman numerals. CMIV. Look. Okay, everybody's looking at me like I'm a freaking stupid idiot. So
No, it's your
fine.
birthday on Monday. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Just
Life
make
is
sure.
short. Life is short.
Just like me. All right. You also talked to the Girl Scouts recently, right? Did they hook you up with cookies?
Well, no. So listen, a little bit of confusion here. So that troop is actually a Boy Scout troop with girls in it. You know, it changed the law. Was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago. Yeah, so actually 277 and 297, 277 troop, 277, I think I'm right. And then 277 is the boys, 297 is the girls. So they're a commingling troop in the same
Okay.
area, but they have the girls are now Boy Scouts.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they were doing a citizenship thing, pretty cool up there. They have like 80 kids up there in the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts too as well. You know, so it was pretty powerful. But the girls asked if I would. They're getting their citizenship badge, and in order to get the citizenship badge, they have to interview a elected official. And I was the chosen one.
Okay.
There you go.
Chosen one. So yeah, they gave me. It was pretty cool. The girls were so. These girls are so smart. I mean, they look in the eye. They talk like little adults. It's just so funny. But yeah, they asked me some questions about basically being a sheriff in St. Johns County. So it was easy. And then we actually gave a talk to all them. I brought in one of my drug recognition experts, which is Deputy Danielle Jarus. So she's one of our DUI units. She came in and she gives a great presentation. So she gave a presentation on basically trying to educate these kids at the youngest level what to kind of look for and. Being strong and saying no and, not being the cool kid, because you didn't try something or do something. So just trying to educate these kids. She did a phenomenal job with the presentation up there. Danielle Drews did with the girls and the boys up there from 277 and 297. So, yeah, powerful night up there. But they had almost 90 kids are still in that one troop, 2 troops involved in scouting is pretty powerful.